Oh, it's a hot one out there, guys, but I'm sure it's hotter, especially if you're in England. Um, it's pretty hot here too. Right. I don't know how long this one will be. I'll put 2 hours. I don't know if I'll be coming off of this at some. I'm really starting to wonder if I should just. Nah, I'm going to do them separate. I don't know what I'll do. We will just see if that happens because it never does. Put the truth in the wee thing there. And hello, Tani, how are you doing? What time is it there? Can you hear me? Because then I don't need to do the sound check if you can hear me. So right, on this one, I'm just going to talk a wee bit about astrology as I always do. And I just like to separate it because when I do the Leo fifth house one, I always want to say 10th house because Leo is in my 10th house. But because I've got my questions and everything for that, that takes up the bulk of it. So I'd rather just, because of the big eclipse today and all the other things going on, I'd rather separate it. And if you would like a card as well, just let me know in the chat because I'm going to get back to the 3 cards on the Leo Moon. So I can do it on this one or I can do it. Hello, Katie. So yeah, we'll be quick with that actually. I'll probably just do a bit of the collective first, but if you would like some free cards, then let's just keep it simple and put a line emoji, and then I will know that you want to be getting some of them. And also, before I forget, the song that was on when I started, I don't even know it, but it was saying something like, don't give up it was something like, don't give up your golden ticket or don't give up your golden chance. It was Jason Donovan, and I've no idea. Like, I don't, he's on now, except it's too many broken hearts in the world, too many hearts to be broken. I've lost it, but I but put so I'm seeing you saying I'd love a card, but Michelle, please put a line emoji so that I know because I get shamanic blindness when I do this, and all I'm going to look for is lions. So just what I mean, just so that it keeps me right. Not that there's loads of people on, but in case there is, because to be honest, see when there is lots of people, which doesn't happen a lot, it usually is. It doesn't matter if you got one the other day. Put a lion if you want a message. See what I mean? Because it already says 11 watching. It actually went from 38 to 11 to 7, so who knows how many people are watching. And I'd rather not know, but it's there might be more people because the busiest lives I've ever had, it's always been a Leo moon. Um, so right, so I will start with Katie because that's the first line I can see, and then Michelle when I get around to it. So you might be waiting a wee while, so just so that you know. But yeah, so anyway, whatever he was saying when I caught where I muted it was, don't give up your golden ticket or don't give up your golden chance. Um, well, I'm not going to twist your arm today, but it is only a couple of cards, so it's absolutely up to you. If it's a no, it's a no. But if you want a couple of cards, just let me know and I can do them now before you go. Um, so right. So yes, decide now because I'm going to get into the collective stuff. Because you're going, I will just, like I said, I'll just pull you a because I've got this big deck that I've jumbled them all together. So I'll just pull a couple. You never know; it might be the message you need, and it's on one card. That's how it works. But equally, like I said, sometimes people aren't in the mood for it. But I love you too. But could you just put a fucking lion? If you want a card, put a fucking lion, okay? I'm not messing about here, people. You either want a card or not. If you want a card, put a lion. If you don't put a lion. Thank you for the fucking lion. The two of you, Jesus. I'm pretty straightforward. I've got enough fucking indirect fucking could you just spit it out or make yourself clear or in my life. I don't need any more thanks. Do you know what I mean? Right. Okay. So, and telepathic connections with people, not just him, fucking tons of people. Do you know what I mean? It happens all the time. Think of somebody in the text me, man, or just. I've done that today actually. That was quite a cool one. Like I hadn't spoke to one of my close friends for ages, and I just was like, oh god, now I've got a minute because I'm actually feeling good again. And then it was so synchronistic with her chart. So that's better to me. I was about to ask if you're worried you'd get a message you don't want to get exactly. No, she's just being nice. But fuck, nice doesn't get you anywhere, people. I was nice for a long fucking time. Just be a see you next Tuesday. I'm only joking. I am still a very nice person, but I don't put up with shit. Um, and every time somebody does disrespect me again, it just makes me even tighter in my boundaries. But I'm still a nice person. But yeah, you know what I mean? If you want something, see what I mean? Thanks. That was you, Emma. I know it was because did you see? I was talking to a family member of mine, right, and I couldn't believe it. That well, I was on the phone with my cousin, and she was like looking after the wee daughter. And anyway, she was like, "Oh yeah, my friend Emma." Like now, why would you normally? Normally she wouldn't be talking about her friends to me, right? We'd be talking about other stuff, but because she's helping her friend out, and it was the fact that she said, "Oh yeah, my friend Emma," and I was like, "Your friend what now?" And she was like, "Emma." I was like, "You're fucking kidding me." Emma's still very much around. So, and just before Emma leaves us from the whole live that was dedicated the other night, if by the way, I must stress, if you didn't see that, people, what I'm talking about is I was trying to find out for a whole week solid, which felt like a month, but I think it was only a week that I was seeing Emma. I'm still going to see Emma everywhere because I'm watching. Well, I'm quite far through it now. I'm in the third series of Once Upon a Time, and Emma is the main character. But yeah, that was so much fun. So even though that was Tani's cousin, if you love mediumship and you just want to be entertained, like I would advise you to watch it because it was, and then it'll help with my watch time too. But it was really fun. Like I've just remembered actually, I wanted to watch the end of it. I haven't watched the other half of it. But yeah, look, everything's okay. Now, whoever's saying that, I don't like these wordings because you can't always and there's not all you can't always say that about things in life, right? So this is good. You're going to know what this is about, but whatever it is you're worried about, actually, I've got a feeling. So yeah, I've got a feeling of what it is you're worried about. It's a situation you had told me about. So everything's okay. Easy does it. So don't worry. It's all working out in a beautiful way. Because if you think about it, similar to what I've said to you. Anyway, stop trying so hard to control everything, and all the doors will open for you. So there you go. That's for you, Tani, and that's for anyone else. So I feel anyone that is particularly the divine masculine energy, whether you're a female or a male, particularly if you're going through challenging situations with like exes or a karmic family of any kind, or even friends or something, it's it's rough. It's going to be bumpy for quite a lot of people for different reasons, whether it's breakups or fallouts or endings and beginnings and craziness, because that's what this year is all about. As I looked up and saw Sealed with a Kiss, but it's to home it in back on Utiny, it's like everything is going to work out. So she's trying to give you that reassurance again, like not to worry. But see, so again, it's like I don't like saying see, but there was a message there that needs to come. Don't be afraid. Yeah, don't be afraid. And that is actually a mediumship card. So you know what I mean? It's like that is really coming through from the spirit world. And notice the water again. Every time I feel you cards, the sea or the water is in it because I know you're very connected to the water as well. So you might want to get yourself near some water. I say it to you every time, but it's because it is genuinely coming through. So yes, I was scared I would get a bad message. Well, no, it's a good one. The thing is, there's no bad messages, right? Because um, like I'm about uplifting. I'm not about lying to you. I'm not going to lie to people, right? I'm here to uplift people. But in all this Leo energy, I can't see it. It's okay. Messages actually could be deep because Mercury's in Leo and it's opposite Pluto in Aquarius. So the messages could actually be quite deep. But I don't believe in bad messages. Think about it, even if you're getting a warning about something that is bad, or someone lying, or secrets coming out, and all this kind of stuff it's is it really a bad thing? Because you're getting a heads up about it, like before maybe these fuckers think they're getting away with it. So I think it's maybe just about reframing it. But in the situation you're specifically worried about, I do feel justice is on your side, just like it was before and it will be again. And again, I know that you were wanting a session at some point. So maybe that is something that, we can do just this exactly what we've done before that has got you success in the past. Just trust we'll do exactly the same thing and call in all your guides and your ancestors and, believe in your spirit peeps and your team. Right, okay, so I just decided I would go ahead and put a line because things can't get any worse than I've had before. Exactly. Emma, she gave me a good laugh. Will be back. Oh God, I know. It's like, have you seen? I'm sure a lot of you will know better than me because I'm not on TikTok. But I love. There's this couple. They must. I'm sure they must be huge there. But they're like an English couple of twins, and I just think they're amazing. Like they're really funny, really pretty girls as well. But I realised that was when I saw it. It's like one's picking the other one up and turning around, and she's like a backpack. And it was like backpack. It's because I saw it after I said to you, and I was like, oh no, that's hilarious. But all of their things are hilarious. I just love their personalities. Um, but anyway, yes. So where did I get to? Yeah, that's good. I love it. Yeah, thank you so much. You're very welcome. And thank you to these loved ones for making me be so. If people are new, they're like, "Fuck, she's a bit pushy. She didn't want a card." It's like, no, guys, because people might say no, but it's like I can feel that actually, even the people like shit like this. 9 times out of 10, everyone's going to want a card, right? But notice I have got my own rules that I do. I always ask for permission. I don't, even though I know that everyone's going to want a card. I do. I've always done that. I always ask for permission. Now, if I'm getting fast to it or whatever, and I do cards, and for some reason I don't ask for some kind of permission, that's okay too, though, because it's our channel, but I'm running the channel, and it's kind of like that's like already given permission, but I still ask for permission. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying that because other people might not do that way, and just by going on someone's channel and being on a chat if they're doing cards, some people might be like, take it as you do want a cards. But yeah, you just don't know what kind of day someone's had. They might not want one. So, oh, it's the water in the sea, my totem. Exactly. Yes. Even if we think it's bad, it's really not that bad because it's a warning. Yeah. I'll give you an email today. Yes. Just do that. I'll be tired tomorrow after all of this, but I'll check it at some point. Knowledge is power. Can't fix things and you don't know what's up. Exactly. I can't stop laughing when I see a kid. I know it was so clever as well that I'd put a pink and a black, well, two black ones and a pink one. Probably neither. I don't think it would. Well, I will. I'll buy one of them, but I'll wait until like in the September, and if I still want one, I'll get one. Do you know what I mean? Because the zip did break on my one, to be fair. But I mean, how often am I really needing to use my backpack? Not very often. You know what I'm saying? It's like I've got a few cases too. I went mental buying cases, and it's like my mum's like, why have you got another cat? And I'm like, I don't know. You never know when you pack up and get out of here. Do you know what I mean? The world's on fire. And it's like we're in the end time. I'm only joking. I don't. Well, sometimes I do talk like that, but it's like, do you know what I mean? Who knows? Maybe the reason will come later. But I've got plenty of suitcases, and I'll get me a backpack, and I'm out of here. So Claire isn't pushy. She's absolutely beautiful, and I know she knows me too. Thank you very much. Yes, nah, I'm like the least. I'm not pushy in the slightest. It's like, I'm like, listen, I'm not gonna ask twice. I've made it fucking clear. So you know what I mean. It's with most things. It's like with whatever it comes into life. I don't chase that track. You know what I mean. But it's a wee bit different on here. If it feels like you're just being polite, I might be like, go on, go on, go on, go on. You do want a card, don't you? Hello, Rebecca. How are you doing? Becca, I was just saying to people, anyone that like Becca and anyone new that's coming in, you see that might be Emma again, with her sister being called Becca. Well, it is her actually, because that is who was giving that message, but it's a double meaning. Yeah, put a lie in if you want cards. Might have to go and buy a new backpack. Yeah, why the fuck not? Do you know what I mean? We both will. I will treat myself to that. After my night out, I'll treat myself to that. Right. Okay, so um Is anyone else in a hurry, or will I go into the collective? Just, and don't be shy, let me know if you are in a hurry and I'll just do it now. I just thought the same thing. Good. Yeah, because if you didn't get that, it was something about, I can't remember what you said about pink and black. Was it that it was a pink and black case or something, or backpack, and it was like those were the two colours that I had in my trolley. Sometimes people need encouragement, and that's very different from people. Exactly, exactly. And it's, you know, it's frustrating for me because, like I said, you know, what's the use in having the superpower of Pluto 0 degrees retrograde in the 12th house, being able to feel people's real desires that they're hiding and not using it? But you got to be careful with that. And like I said, I have got that down to a fine art because, you know, it's not fair if someone's got secret desires and they don't want them to be pulled out. So, ask, yes, ask the angels for help. Like for instance, if I'm in a counselling session, like I'll wait for the person to say it rather than me saying it. But it's a bit different when I'm doing this because I'm feeling it and I'm using all my clairs and I'm feeling it. You know what I mean? And when I know people better as well. Away for a few days in the morning. Oh, lovely. Where are you going? You don't need to tell us, but yes, I will do your few cards just now then, Michelle. Um, the Adidas backpack, I had one, and she, oh God, so it's specific. So did that? I don't think I even said that the other night. I didn't. Did that specifically say that it was Adidas? Because it is an Adidas pink one that I was looking at. So I think, did I just say it there, or did you say it? I think I didn't say it. Did I? I don't know. I don't think I said it the other night though. I was thinking it, but I don't know if I. Maybe I did. I don't know. I don't know. When I'm in the flow, I don't. Right. Okay. So now we're on to Michelle. So sending you love. Right. What have we got? I think I will actually just do the cards of views that are here, and then I'll get into the other stuff. We'll just do it the other way around. Leo's about playing, and this is my playful deck because it's really about like 20 decks, some cards from different decks, all in the same one. What have we got for Michelle? What does she need to know? Whether it's got anything to do with the wee trip she's going on or anything else going on in her life. We have, oh God, you know, there is a card in that deck that says holiday. I thought, wouldn't that be weird? Express your individuality. Allow your true self to shine because you're awesome. Well, Michelle, it has to be said, you know, whenever you've been on the chat, you know, I can tell from the way you talk, you are already a very confident woman. So they are just, you know, really bigging that up because you've worked hard to be that. So, you know, there's something about, you know, really letting that shine right now. So I wonder, do you know where the Leo is in your chart? Um, like, yeah, you might want to check out where the Leo is in your chart, where this eclipse is. But you know, there's definitely something about you expressing your individuality. And schooling, study, and your education help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide you and help you with this process. So again, that could be that you are literally training in something or learning about something, or you might just be really called to learn a wee bit more about something, like, you know, researching it through books or online or something at the moment, like a topic's really calling to you. So if you're not already kind of in the thick of like researching something, just pay attention to the, like, you know, the divine breadcrumbs. If you're like, oh, that's weird, I keep seeing a shorts about that, or a video or a live or a topic, but there's something that's really going to call to you. And yeah, look, it's really going to, like, you know, spark some kind of new creative thoughts. And again, so it could even be something to do with ancestors or something, or looking at your ancestral line. Because in that big live today, the maternal line card came up, and that other, God, where is that deck? But yeah, it was something about the maternal line. So watch that if you haven't seen it. Karmic release, healing the lineage boundaries. Yeah. So I feel at this time like all of us in some sort of way, because all actually quite a few. Two of those cards came up in the shorts that I filmed for the next week until I looked at the mic and it had died. So I couldn't be bothered checking to see where it actually died. So let's hope I got through more than like two of them or something. But never going to give you up, son, Rick Astley. Like Rick Astley. But yeah, just pay attention to your boundaries right now and protect your energy. Um, and you could be going through some kind of huge release of anything, some kind of karmic lesson. Like I was just saying in one of the shorts I've filmed for later in the week, I've had a lot of, I wouldn't call it anger, but it's like memories of the past of things that like I've forgiven and I've let go of, but it's like, well, look at my face, it's just kind of like things that need to be purged, like bad memories. And it's a specific theme of like if a guy's made a fool of you in any type of way, you know what I mean? Like it's a specific theme. So again, I might be being really succinct here because it might be with you too. Like, and I felt I was because it was like loads of different things were like, you know what I mean? Loads, like it was memories to do with my twin flame too, but it was memories to do with other people too. It was just like everything was like coming up all at once. Just like, why the fuck did I like that happen? And why did I like that happen? And it's just kind of like, well, but not things that were within my control, but it's hard to explain, but it's just annoying memories. And so I felt it was like purging them. But also, I feel it can be when if your twin flame is actually going through that and like thinking maybe about things you're not proud of and stuff. If like, and I only mean if it was directed at you, like to make you jealous or something, or to see if you cared or that it's but a lot of it, sorry to be blunt here, a lot of it isn't that. But like sometimes it might just be they genuinely didn't give a fuck, like they didn't care. Do you know what I mean? Like they weren't awakened to the connection, but it's a bit of both. But it's in some cases, but yeah, it's. So I hope you've not been having that too. But I feel it's just coming up with all this intense energy to be purged, and it's good to talk about it because Mercury Leo is very communicative, very open, very out there and almost, it could be too much for some people, but very entertaining. But be who you are if you've got Mercury and Leo. But it's kind of like, but I'm just saying some people might not like it, but fuck them, you know what I mean? But also, don't get too in your ego. But because Pluto is an Aquarius opposite it, that's the purge that could be going on. Um, and then look, and then your blessings come in, and it's quite interesting because the prayer I'm going to do at some point, I found this card and it was a prayer for blessings. So when I pulled that in some of the shorts, so can't remember if you did or not, but I know you said a backpack and we both had one. Yeah, I don't think I said Adidas. It is Adidas. That's quite interesting. So I have to go, but we'll watch replay if I don't see you before you go. Yes, love to you too. Have a lovely day. Enjoy the rest of your eclipse. No, I don't know where the Leo is. Okay, do you know your birth details? I know you're in a hurry, but if you know, don't put them in the chat. But if you want to know what it is, if you email me it, your birthday, your exact time of birth, and your birthplace, like the town, not just the country. Like put the actual, wee place because it's got on the thing. Then I'll look it up if you're still on here, or I'll look it up and then I'll tell you the next time or something. And yeah, and if anyone's wanting that in a kind of bigger way mixed in with the cards, you can do that. Oh yeah, I didn't even put that. But you can do that if you look in the community tab with the links, because I don't know if I'm going to bother with that tonight though, because it might take ages. But if somebody wants it, basically. But I held on to the past too long and decided to let it go. Good. Well, like I said, if you haven't already been having stuff coming up, give it time because it might arise like over the coming days, because this energy of this eclipse lasts a long, long time. So I think that's a wee bit of a warning there, because of my way sure things happen to me first for me to tell people. So, and that was a bit of detail I went into there. So, which I thought, yeah, look, thoughts. Yeah, I knew they were saying that. You're definitely going to go through something similar where a lot of thoughts are coming back about things to do with the past. Like, doesn't need to be about your actual twin flame. It could just be from anyone where there might have been things where you've let people disrespect you, like before you were in your power. Yeah, appreciate your talent. So, right, hope that message meant something to you. Right, who's the next lion? And enjoy your trip. Right, Katie, you were actually the first lion, and Michelle's been done, and then I done Tani because she was in a hurry. So it's Katie, and then Becca. And if you want one, put a lion emoji so that I know. Right, Katie, right, okay, so thank you. You're very welcome. Right, okay, so what have we got for Katie? What have we got for Katie? Oh, let's out. Lovely. Dreams coming true. So yeah, again, I feel this is what I've been saying a lot around this time, but I'm saying it for a reason. Because this is an eclipse, but you know, an eclipse is it's a weird time, you know, like I at the same time love them. Uh, I basically love them, but I also it does bring up kind of nerves and stuff because it is a weird time. It just is a weird time. It's kind of like a timeless time, you know what I mean? But basically because it's a new moon as well, it's what I was saying before and on the shorts. Like, it's personally, I'm not about setting intentions right now. I'm about just focused on the intentions I've already put out there and visualizing what it would mean for these intentions to come to fruition. Um, so I would advise the same if that resonates, like, you know, that you've got the potential here for some of your intentions to be coming to fruition, like dreams coming true. And also, same again. Um, in fact, you want me to just look? I was going to do that as more of a thing, but I can have a quick look. I won't if you don't want me to, but I can look at your chart and see where it is for you. Let's see. I wonder what I put you under. Are you Katie Eva? You must be Katie Eva, because otherwise I don't know who that is. I think that's you. Like, I'm like, who's that? Hello Heather, you've not been on for a while. Welcome. How are you doing? I hope you're keeping all right. And Heather, if you would like cards, put a lion emoji. Hey, wait a minute. Yous have got the same birthday. Did we know this? You and Becca have got the same birthday. That's magical. Um, you're the 6th of November as well, Becca, aren't you? I know this. I know that you are the 6th. Yeah. Um, what are the chances of that? That two people I'm reading for back to back have got the same birthday? Oh my god, it's not you. Are you kidding me? Who the fuck is that? Okay. Oh, forget the last bit then. That's not who the hell's that? I've no idea who that is. Like, it must have been someone on here. Well, forget what I said. That's no. And I was thinking that can't be right because you're a Pisces, aren't you? Or are you a Pisces rising? Oh my god, I'll find out in a minute when we find out where you are. Maybe I put you in by your. Oh my god, that's really confused me, right? I'm just looking for Katie. So I've found somebody called Katie with Becca's birthday, who I'm about to read after. But you're saying that isn't you, Katie. Either Katie or yeah, yeah. But is your birthday the 6th of November, Katie? I put Katie dash Eva. Is that not you? Yeah, it is you. It's you. But why have I put so you don't know what Eva means? And also, are you Katie with a Y? Or did you ever have a different screen name? Okay, so you are the same birthday. That is weird. But it's not weird. It's like it's cool weird. Like what I mean is that makes sense to me because see when I'm reading, I don't even like calling it readings. It's like energy activations. I don't know. I can't stand the word reading, but that makes sense to me that you've got if you've got the same birthday, right? It's like the same you know, similar kind of frequency. And then when I'm tuning in one after the other, that's quite cool. I just got a good bill of health today. Oh, I must have sensed. I'm very glad to hear that. Because we're long past actually. You must be 3 weeks past your soul retrieval. So, um, glad to hear that. You always feel good right away though, don't you, after? Well, initially you didn't. You went in, see what I mean? It's like even that's interesting. You might have went in a bit of a healing crisis, and then it's like now, you know what I mean? Now it's better. Katie, yeah, I did spell it that way. My screen names used to be my name. I think either that or that. I've put Katie dash Eva, but I mean it has to be you if that's your birthday and it's fucking hell, who knows? But mind you, I didn't remember you being a Taurus moon. Did that ring a bell? I mean, this must be you. Anyway, let's just go by this chart. Um, right. So let me just work something out here. It looks like that was it was like active. I would say it was like activating your fifth house, which actually is Leo, and going into your sixth house. So, you know, like, yeah, creativity on fire. So it kind of makes sense that you got dreams coming true as the first card. I'm going to pull you more cards. And then the sixth house is your everyday ritual routine, your health. So these could be themes that you might see coming up. And then, Rebecca, would you like me to do? I'm going to finish. That's really strange. Think about it. There's 365 days in a year. What are the chances of the two of you have the same birthday when I'm reading you back to back? I just that's some eclipse magic going on there. Did everyone enjoy the eclipse? I'm never bothered about that bit of it, you know. Besides the fact you shouldn't be looking up there anyway because you could go blind. I'm along with the ancients. Weird possible if I didn't have my wee doggy pal today, I wouldn't have been outside. Like I don't like to go outside in the eclipse. Um, and I made sure I didn't go out on the actual exact times it was happening. Like I actually waited and took her home later and like right after like waited till it was finished. Because it was a really eerie feeling, like, you know, all that happens is it went a bit darker. But that was weird though, that it went dark and then it went light when I was looking at my window. I'm like, oh. Right. So what have we got? What else for Katie? Assertiveness. Stand up. So note the fact that whenever if people are new, when I'm reading for people in a list, right, there's always a theme. And look what I said to Michelle, right? There was something about boundaries, and this says assertiveness. Stand up for your beliefs and only say yes if you really want to. Oh my God, that's hilarious. With if Denise was still here, that's hilarious with what just happened to me being like, are you sure you don't want to go? Oh dear. You see, because if somebody was assertive, right, which is what I was teaching Denise to do, if somebody was like, no, Claire, seriously, I've had a bad day and I really don't want a card, I would leave it. But if someone's like, no, it's fine, I had one the other day, oh, fuck off. You know you want one. Stop flirting. You know what I mean? It's no flirting, but you know what I mean? Stop flirting with the idea. Just tell me what you want so I can give it to you. I didn't mean that to sound like that, but hey, if the shoe fits, you know, I mean, I'm just warning you now, right? When it's a Leo moon, because the fifth house is like that, and my Venus is in the fifth house, it's like there's a lot of sexual energy. And it was hilarious that the card, it was published actually, the shorts that the shorts that I filmed had the word sexuality on it. She's going to come out now because I'm saying it. It was hilarious. With a very scant, well, the woman is naked with her hair covering her tats, and I just found it quite funny because the song that had just been on the Spotify was the song from. Does anyone remember this song? Right, it's just a stupid wee song, but it was like, you know, the only lines I can read, it's kind of like, I'm feeling sexual, you're feeling sexual. Just you feel it. It's like, oh, yeah, see what I mean? I can't remember the other words. That's only, but it is quite catchy. But it's just such a random song. Like, it's no one you want to be stuck in the car with your grandma with or something, or like, I don't know. It's it's not like dirty. It's just funny. Like, it's just weird. It's a weird wee song. So it's in the air. The Divine Matrix, yes, so that's why God and the guides are making me overemphasize the synchronicity because you've got synchronicity. interconnectedness, God coincidences. Exactly. It is not a coincidence. Nothing ever is. I always say that'll be written. I won't have a headstone, but you know what I mean? If I had a headstone, it'd be written on that. It's kind of like, because I say it every day, but it's true. There's no coincidences. Like, there is a reason. We don't need to know what a higher reason is, but there's a reason why you two are born like on the same day. You're not born the same year though, actually, because Becca's a bit younger than us. But well, you're actually younger than me too. But you know what I mean. But it's, you know what I mean. You've got the same birthday. Like that's a cool synchronicity. We're all connected. We're all soul family. And on that note, actually, so like I was saying on the live earlier, people, if you're somehow living on another planet and you haven't noticed the, well, not necessarily. Maybe if you're not a YouTuber, you might not be interested in all that shit. But the watch time hours just doubled, so you've just made it like climbing an impossible mountain. Like, well, they've just doubled the size of the mountain, so it's very very cruel, and it's not funny at all. Actually, what they've done to people there, but I was already more than halfway up the mountain, and I'm going to need people to help me get to. So it's almost like I've lost, you know, I'm losing energy, and it's like I need all of you to come up behind me and watch as much shit as you can, so that and we need to attract the new people that want to watch, but genuine people. You know, I don't want to be doing no fake shit like trying to get fake followers and that. It's kind of like so that it can just push me over the edge, because otherwise, you know, it's not been a waste of time because I've helped a lot of people, you know, on here and stuff, and still will. But bit shit when I've poured all that energy into that. If I'm that far off of being like fully monetized, and then they rip it away from me like that, like get to fuck. Do you know what I mean? Like bastards. Oh, but we love you, YouTube. Holiday. So look, there's a holiday card. The answer you're looking for can be found during a vacation retreat or a holiday getaway. So, Katie, I don't know if you had plans to kind of go on some type of holiday. It doesn't need to be a big fancy holiday or anything. You know, it could just be, you know, like I don't know, like somewhere nearby or something, like just a change of scenery. Like, you know, can you look after somebody's cat or something or somebody's dog or, you know, it's, you know, it's like I was saying that the weekend when I was, you know, when my mum and dad were at my dream holiday, quite literally, as my mum was telling me to do when we were on the walk, and she was explaining all about the place they were in Ireland. And I'm like, great, it's exactly the kind of place I want to go to. So just living vicariously through my mum and dad. But no, and all jokes aside, like I'm happy. It sounded, you know, they had a good time, but it's like, and I'll just be following after them. But it's kind of like, you know, I like just sort of hanging out their house because it's just nice to be somewhere, you know, have a different sort of vibe, but not for too long because I do love my own house too. So magic is nature, yes, and I know that you do love the outdoors. So again, maybe somewhere, it might not even, it doesn't need to be overnight. Like maybe they're just encouraging you to go somewhere different that you love in nature because that's what revives you. Have you got a friend in the spirit world? Like, have you got a close friend in the spirit world that you're aware of? Like, don't give me too many details or anything. It's just they're pulling me the old bird up there. You know, good friends lift you when you forget how to fly. Sorry, I'm always like, I'm kind of like, surely I don't need to keep saying, but I do, because if someone's new, they won't know what I mean. But just they're pulling my eyes right in at that bird. You've got the power. You've got the power. So use your ability to resolve this situation. You can do it, right? So I won't pull too many more than that. But there's something that if you're pondering a bit of a dilemma you've got right now, you have got the answers inside you. I know that's cheesy, but that's the way they're saying it to me. It's like, you know, you need to sit with it and maybe actually sit in nature and get quiet, and you're going to be inspired with the solution to a problem. Now you might be like, I don't even know what the problem is, Claire, but maybe this is like a future message. But um yeah, and then that's on the back again. Yeah, so just again, I want to say the same thing I said to Michelle, like, you know, notice the synchronicity and the God coincidences and the connectedness, you know what I mean? Because it's like, even with what's happened there with you and Becca, because I do like that is, you know, I do think that's kind of nuts. Because I'm sure, I think it must have happened once before, but yeah. Hope that meant something to you. I think I'm as curious for your cards as mine now with the birthday thing. Um, what do you mean? Um, is it's just anytime your videos get watched, does rewatching count? Yeah, so yeah, absolutely. So see if you've already watched something and you watch it again. I think that counts as brand new views, as far as I'm aware, unless somebody knows different. Um, so yeah, like if there was something that you enjoyed watching, like you know what I mean? But not that I'm aware of. Never really had many friends, especially not close. Hmm. Well, you've got us, but I'm just trying to tune into. It must be like a guide then. I've never had that before. I mean, that is my specific. Unless it's unless it's the bird that's significant. Do you like birds? Because you just keep pulling me up to the birds. They could be testing me with that one because I mean it looks like a dove. I think it is meant to be a dove of peace. It's actually in the background of the short, so you can see it yourself for what I don't because I don't think you can ever see it whenever I can see it in the mirror, but um unless there's and also birds are messengers, so unless it's about the message coming down to you from your higher self. It's a bit like in Frozen, who is this girl that's calling me? Ah, it's yourself, the message from your higher self. That's really deep. And also the synchronicity is, guess what the whole episode today that I was watching that I only got through like two of them. I was just kind of between walking the dog and kind of the heat and just being distracted. It was on pause for ages. And then doing the live, like I never, but the one I was watching had Elsa in it, Frozen. So interesting. Uh, we want to see each other's cards just as much as our own now because of the birthday tweet. Oh right, yeah, oh totally, yeah, yeah. But you should because it's like I don't think this is just a me thing. I've noticed other people, but like say whenever I do, very rarely I come across somebody that I'll allow to read my cards, which is very. I'd like listen. There's not too many people I would let read, but like I must really trust someone if I let them do a card. But um, I can always tell if someone's in the same core sort of group as me, like because the message will be like it's like it's my message, you know what I mean? And that's how you know it's like your soul family. Um, it could even be like throughout the whole life. Like, and I've had people say that to me all the time. Like these messages could actually like a lot of you could be like, oh my god, that totally made sense to me. And so I'm just explaining that for people that are newer because you might be like, how can that be a thing? But it just is a thing, and don't overthink it. It is a thing. Um, and it's always been the way. Like those of people that have watched me for the past 11 years, you've saw me. Well, like I said, I think live streams on Facebook came out 9 years ago, but you know what I mean. Nearly 10 years. It's a long time. It was when there was more people. That's what I'm saying. Like it's better when it's like when it was like 20 people. So like I'm doing like loads in a row, and it was like it's funny. It was like everyone was resonating with everyone, but it happens on here when there's more. It just doesn't tend to be like tons and tons. This is about as busy as it gets around here in the chat. Will be a bit scary, I think, if it'll be a bit overwhelming if there's loads of people. I'll be like, hey, whoa, 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 where the fuck did you all come from? Welcome. But let's just slow it down here. You can slow the chat down, can't you? I would need to, but get a bit ahead of myself. We're nowhere near that when currently there's two people talking. Um, two people, three people here, potentially four, maybe even five. It's like when I was trying to work out how much I need to do to meet the hours. It was like, on average, how many people do you have with you? And I'm like, I have no fucking idea. Because it seems like there's only five people when I'm doing it. Because I'm lucky if there is five people chatting, but there could be 10 people watching and five are talking. There could be fucking 60 people watching and only three people are talking. So I don't know how many people are, you know what I mean? So I'm just going to do more than what I'm meant. So if people like the 6 and the 8 hour lives, well, good because there's going to have to be one of them a week. So, and I think it just makes sense for it to be the Monday one. But the conga just came on. Um, But yes, anyway, so right, let's go on to Becca's message. So sending you love, Katie, and travel. Oh yeah, look, I don't talk no shit. I don't know what this is about. This is for you to work out. They're telling you to go somewhere. You need to travel somewhere. Look at me talking about my mum and dad just travelled. And again, it's not it's far enough, isn't it? But it's not that far. They went to Ireland. It's not as if they went like really, really far away. And it's like that. Like, can you go somewhere that's far enough away, but not, it doesn't need to be it's whatever traveling could be like there's some kind of crystal shop in the next town that you kept meaning to go to again or for the first time. An upcoming, I'm not, look how specific this is. An upcoming trip proved to be life changing in positive ways. Right, I'm done. I'm done. Just in case anyone thought it was a fraud, I'm sorry, but hello, that is exactly what I was saying with all those other cards because they're just speaking through me. And something just told me to pull another card for you. I don't know what it's about, but you can let us know once it happens. Too funny. Um, right. Oddly, the only two people I really consider friends now are both named Rebecca. Oh, how interesting. There's another synchronicity. How interesting. Birds have always right. So thank you. That's clarifying it for me. You see, because that teaches me that now it can be about birds as well, rather than it's what I mean. Because it's like I knew it was for something, so they're just pulling me to the birds because that's significant. Birds have always been a thing for me. I talk with them when I'm outside. So there you go. Talk to the birds, just like the woman in Home Alone. It's like you you need to go to a quiet place in nature, maybe somewhere you need to go a bit further afield than where you usually go, and sit and tune in. And I see like I've channeled the message out for you before, but I see you getting a message and like maybe this is sounding like Snow White or something. Like you get a message from a bird or something. You'll know what that means. Even I don't know what it means. I kind of know what it means. Always add at least one more view to the counter. They are almost always wrong. I will be going to the US for my friends. Oh, lucky you! Wow. Oh, so that's interesting. It's already because that's interesting that it was ending Katie's, and so that travel one's for you. Yeah, that see what I mean? They're merging it because it's like you the same birthday, but also because I went on to you and then I kind of went back there. So right, okay, so lovely. Where about? Can you tell us where about in the US? Don't you say New York too, or I'm going to be like, oh fucking hell, not another person. Although I hear New York is just not the same as what you see, but Land of Confusion just came on when I said that. What have we got for Rebecca? What does Rebecca need to know? Creativity again. So yes, who that wasn't the first one you got, was it? Katie, was that the first card I just pulled for you? I did just pull that as somebody's first card. Wait a minute. That's really weird if I've just shuffled all of them. Or was it Michelle's? Can somebody just sort of let me know that? Because that's a bit weird. So free is the Empress as well, new beginnings, creativity, all that yellow solar plexus energy. Let me actually just get your so yeah, so it's quite interesting we were talking about bad messages and stuff. It's not a bad message, but just it's quite interesting, like the thing, the astrology thing just sort of jumped on. I don't know, I just got a synchronicity of just maybe protecting your energy from somebody that you know is a bit shifty. So if there's anyone around you that you know can't really be trusted, like maybe just keep your distance a wee bit, just for the next, if you can kind of dodge them for the next few days. I don't know what that's about, but it's just with the synchronicity I just got. Is that you? That's you there. Yeah. So right. So for you, this eclipse is happening in your ninth house of travel, as you were just saying you're going on holiday. So are you going? Are you going soon? Because that would make sense with the eclipse. You see, cause the eclipse energy lasts for such a long time, and it's happening in your house of travel. That makes sense that you're preparing to go traveling. You know what I mean? And then on an adventure. Um, And I mean, it could also indicate you're going to meet a man from a foreign land that you might marry. You know what I mean? Maybe you're going to meet someone when you go there. Um, yeah. Ah, you're Texas. Nice. Texas is huge, isn't it? I'm not good at geography, but I know that much. South Carolina. God, why can't I say that? Carolina. Um, that's funny. That's really funny. When I was at school, it was just a funny thing. You know, this guy had like he knew my name was Claire, but he always used to call me Caroline. You know, it's just one of these things you can't really explain. It's like he got my name wrong once, so he just called me Caroline. But he probably still say hi, Caroline. That's quite funny. He didn't. I saw him again when I was older, and he didn't say it. But I always think that when I hear the name Caroline. I remember you thought, yeah, I think that was your first card. Seriously, like I'll be humble if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was your first card as well. So, um, it was that exact card. It was that one. If I spoke about it to you, it was that one. That's crazy. And it was the first one. So you both, so not only have you both got the same birthday, and I was saying it was going to be a similar message, you both got the same card out of all of them, like first. You got the same card at the same time. Oh my god, that's crazy. I have to cut contact with a guy. It got dark last next year. Still can't. Eh? You still can't what? Wait, right, wait a minute. Where are we going on about here? What do you mean still can't walk? What are you talking about? I'm confused. And I'm sorry something got dark with a guy. That doesn't sound good. Comfort. I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. So that's your one, Becca, and that came out on one of the shorts. God knows if you can hear it because it depends if the mic's died. I think it might be time to say goodbye to those black ones because, like, you let me down tonight, okay? Died on me. And it doesn't help that I've put back the tick. But yeah, they were fully charged, and I looked down and it was off. That one's okay. Um, right. I thought you might have meant that. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you know what that is? That is the eclipse. I'm going to look at actually. Let's see what's going on in your chart as well. Can't see anything. Can't see anything massively. Well, I suppose the other times when I looked, it was obvious because the planets were like right on top of things that were about pain. But the only thing that's kind of sticking out to me right now is Mars is in your eighth house, and the eighth house is pain. Like the eighth house is Scorpio, so Mars is your body. So although it's not hitting um, any planets, it could have actually just got bad because it's literally Mars. I mean, I'm going to talk about that eventually. So that's what I'm going to get. Well, actually, right after this, like Mars has just moved into Cancer, so and Cancer's your body too. So you may have really like felt that quite strongly move. It feels like, and also your Chiron in the fifth house as well. Like I could see that being like I mean, of course, the astrology bit might mean nothing to you, but I could see it. Remember those times it was because I can't remember what it was. It was like Mars was on your Pluto or Pluto was on your Mars or something, and it made perfect sense. Need surgery, got you, me both need surgery, got my consultation with surgeon too. Well, I'm very glad at least one of us is actually being seen soon because I'm not even nowhere near it. Like there's literally it said the waiting list was about 90 people before me or something. Not that I'm in a hurry, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I'm if I yeah, let's not talk about it because I think I would actually start majorly having a fucking. It reminds me of when I went. It's not the same, but when I went to the dentist and they said they were just going to take my tooth out there and then. I was like, whoa, 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 what? This was maybe a checkup. You know, you can't fucking do that to people, especially not all the stuff that I've got. You know what I mean? You need warning. I wasn't going mental, but I was freaking out. And so I had to go back a month later. So like that whole month, I hypnotized myself to be all right. And then when I did go in the next time, whipped out and I was fine. But it felt like they were ripping out all my past lives when they took out my tooth. You know what I mean? It was like I felt all this energy leave. It was weird. But yeah. The only surgery I've ever had that I'm aware of is when I was 15, thought I had cancer, but it was actually because it's because I transmute pain as a shaman. You know what I mean? That's what I would say. They couldn't work out what it was. But yeah, it's only adults that are meant to get that operation, but I got it when I was 15. So I was cheesing because I was off school. I'm not joking. That's how much I hated school. Because it takes 3 days for an adult to recover, but it takes like 3 months for a younger person. And it's taken 8 and oh god. But you see that is that not quite quick, Becca? Because I've been on a list a lot longer than that. And I'm you know what I mean? But maybe it's because yours isn't just at the time of the month, eh? It could just be whenever. Maybe that's why you're being seen sooner. That has kind of started happening to me sometimes, but not enough, I would say. But just when I have got that, it's like horrendous. It won't be actually because I fasted. Hopefully. I'm glad it's soon though. I was about to ask about surgery. I'm glad you're getting help. I also have chronic fatigue, so my messages come out funny sometimes. Get juicing. Are you into juicing? Celery juice? Is that brain fog and everything? Read medical medium stuff. He's got loads of stuff about all of that. I read about that like 15 years ago or something. The chronic fatigue probably closely related to your body exhausting. Yeah, fine, yeah. And again, like I said, unfortunately, astrology wise, Mars is the body, Cancer is also the body. So Mars, 0 degrees Cancer, and especially because it's in your 8th house, that's there we go. You see what I mean? That's channeling through. That's why that's intensifying. So just as well you are being seen. I'm sorry to hear that. And also, you know, because I'm just so remember, guys, this is what I meant by like, you know, this is what I do. This is my thing. So it's going to pour out at me like lava. So if you're getting your cards done, you know, the astrology is going to come in it. So I'm just explaining. Like, obviously, there's other reasons for it. I'm giving another perspective that cancer is sleepiness, it's tired, it's depression. So if you've got, you know, chronic fatigue, the other sort of perspective on it is you're going to be exhausted as well because Mars is the body and it's went into Cancer and it makes you extra sleepy. Like, we'll all be extra sleepy. But it's just obviously that's not going to help. It's not going to help the situation. It's not wake up energy. Do you know what I mean? It's but then there's lots of other aspects that are about taking action. Like Leo is about taking action, so that it's, you know, you can always sort of cherry pick like what's a reason for something, but just with the specific things that you've shared in this, I can see. Have endo on my left leg nerve. Oh, right. That's interesting, by the way. I'm interested in that because I was feeling things in my legs recently, and I was wondering if it was something. I think it was more to do with because I've been fasting, and you've got to watch with electrolytes and everything. But I'll keep an eye on that when I have got my. I don't like the fucking sound of that. I had a feeling it was on something like that when you said you couldn't walk and then said endo. That can throw a whole casino. Yeah, I'm really sorry to hear that, Becca. Helps. Hopefully it helps. And again, you're getting the balance because if you're going, you know, getting help with NHS and they can help, and this is the energetic balance that they'll not. Most people, you know, will not value of that scientific mind, but it does help. And actually, on that note, because I'll just pull your last few cards, it's not a coincidence that this week alone, like literally over the last couple of days, and again, one of the people I'd said, can I just share your text, because it's just really quite simple what it says, but and the person was like, yeah, totally. And then today, someone else in my personal life also didn't feel too good. So that's basically the point is, I said to somebody yesterday, it's totally up to you, but this journey has helped a lot of people, and with what you're saying, so anyway, long story short, wasn't feeling so good. Put that on last night. First thing I woke up this morning was Jesus. Like it feels like I think it was like it feels like a black cloud has lifted. You'll see because I'll post it tomorrow or something. So that's what I mean. So that's how real this stuff is. And it's like I say all the time, it's not because it's not a wee meditation, it's soul retrieval, it's powerful, powerful healing that nobody's going to pay for. So please utilize stuff in the playlist. Like, don't just think it's like, oh, it's just something Claire's recorded 6 years ago. Well, you can think that if you want, but if you resonate my energy and you're in a lot of pain spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, even financially, or bits and bobs, all of this, worth giving it a go. So saying that to anybody that cares to listen, because it helped the person that was feeling like utter crap, understatement yesterday, new lease of life today, and then I'm sure I'll get updates. And then, because remember, 3 weeks from the day you listen to it, you can feel amazing stuff can happen to you. And then today, like I said, somebody else in my personal life who's watched my journeys before, but sometimes people just need a reminder. It's so interesting. It was exactly what I channeled on the thing today. It was today, wasn't it? That sometimes we just forget and we freeze and we need somebody to remind us. And I'm the same. And so when I reminded like someone today, they were, oh, thank you so much. So, and I know the same thing will happen. I know that like if she remembers to listen to that tonight, she'll be saying the same tomorrow. So you know what I mean? Like really tune in if it resonates. Right, I'm going to do the rest of Becca's messages. I'm in pain 24/7. My body blocks out most of the pain. That's why I have chronic fatigue. It's been 8.5 months. Yeah, right, Becca. Again, like I said, I'm not. It's no skin off my nose, but because I was saying that for everyone. But if you have not watched the very first journey I done, the inner child healing one, because especially because of everything you shared on the chat from the very first minute I met you, then well, basically, it would be stupid not to listen to that, especially if you're in a lot of pain. Because especially if you're needing to get a good night's sleep, because there's not been one person I've come across that hasn't fallen asleep to that. And if you can't fall asleep to it, you're too stressed in your head. But anyone that's watching this, but please give that a go. Like you can decide if you're going to or not, but because there's a bit of a theme. If that's two people 2 days in a row, that because I'm in the habit of doing that, especially knowing my personal life. Oh, here, listen to my shamanic journey I done in 2020 when the world was going to hell. I just don't do that. Do you know what I mean? But if my guides are really at me and there's somebody, that's feeling like shit, and it's like, well, you know what I mean? So, yeah, definitely. I put it in the community tab. So it's called something like healing a part of your inner child, and I'm wearing a red jumper. So it's that one. But just you can go to anyone that you're drawn to, but that I do feel you would get a lot of it because it's only 30 minutes and it's like I said, sparkle. People are like when I've occasionally not been able to sleep, I've put it on and I'm the same. No, that's what I mean. There's absolutely no harm in it, and people get a shit ton out of it. And like I said, the people that don't, it's just because they don't resonate with me and they don't vibe with my frequency. But that's not going to be you because you're here a lot. So, and especially again, they're really getting me. I'm a womb healer. Do you know what I mean? So it's just saying, like definitely in a personal session. But I know you said you're not in a place to do that. But it's like it's like I said, these things are free. They're on the playlist. So that's for everyone. That's not just for Becca. Like, and that's why I do it. But that's why notice I'm saying to everyone, especially people if you're not in a financial place, I get it, I hear it, right? I'm the same with things I want to do too. But if you're wanting me to keep putting this stuff out, you want me to stay here, I'm gonna need people to watch my shit. Like I mean like more than what you do. Like go back and pick the old ones and watch them and go and do your housework if you don't want to actually watch it. You know what I mean? Help a sister out, but genuinely watch it, But you could also do what I suggest, you know what I mean? Just use your, you get what I'm saying? So get some exercise. Well, that's not very fair when you say our body's in pain. Why are you bringing that out? As your body, but listen to the words at the bottom, as your body becomes stronger, you begin to feel stronger in all ways. So I don't think it actually is the exercise bit, unless they're talking about some gentle exercises that you know that can help you with stuff like that. Because I know that when I'm laid up in bed for the 3 days when I'm in agony, the last thing I want to do is exercise because I just don't really like it anyway. I like it for 2 weeks in Aries season. I'm like, yep, that's enough. That's fine. Kind of start again, Nabs. We'll just stop now. That's what my brain thinks. It is good to even just get up and kind of, stretch a little bit because you start, you know what I mean? It's not good if you're lying down all the time. But yeah, as your body becomes stronger, you'll begin to feel stronger in all ways. So I feel there's just a wee bit of hope. And then something just flashed up on the telly that says medical update. It's a song that says the firm Star Trekking. Oh, remember that? Star Trekking, something like that. But it said medical update on the thing. Inner power. Yeah, I know what they're saying, right? So boom, drop the mic, right? Again, I pray that whatever the surgery does helps you with what you're going through. But I am not quietly confident. I am very confident that if you take a chance and you're open-minded to the shamanic journey, that one in particular, not only will you have your inner power back 3 weeks from today, but you'll feel your body getting stronger and stronger in all ways. Because it's not me. I'm the channel that facilitates the healing that comes through it. It's just you guys need to be open. So as long as you're open and your analytical mind can get over the fact that how is it going to heal somebody that much? It just does. There's lots of people that can attest to that. You know what I mean? Um, so, and like I said, I would say if it doesn't, there's a mental block there. But yeah, look, infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. Yeah. So there's good that's wanting to come to you, and it's like they're saying it's like balance it out. So it's like I said, you're getting the medical help now. Balance it out with this energy work. Um, Mentally, I'm stronger. That's good. That's always a bonus. Do you know what I mean? Because you need to be, because that must be draining your energy. Right. Okay. So, was there anyone else? I don't think there was anyone else, was there? I think I got all. Does anyone put a line emoji if anyone wants cards before I talk about the astrology? Um, I'll do my own cards actually. Sometimes that can be risky, but hey, what's Leo about? It's about risk. Oh, for fuck's sake, what's it doing now? My phone was doing this earlier. I think it's the heat. Oh shit, what have I done? My touchscreen phone wasn't working. Was anyone's doing that? Fuck off now. The Zoom thing's in the way, and I can't see the chat. Right, this is just the chat's gone. Oh no, it's here. It's here. It's here. Right, I don't think there's any wee lines. Right, okay. So sending that love to you, Becca. And Becca, I don't know if you saw. I don't know if you saw what happened the other night, but when I was channeling the message for today, before I'd got a stronger link with her cousin Emma, I weirdly like sensed your mum around me, and it was because a song came on the telly that I'm sure did. Are you the person? I'm almost certain it is you. That it was. Oh, I know that something good is gonna happen. Aren't you the person that said you liked that? And then it was like I felt your mum's energy around me. But what it was to get me to say Rebecca because Emma in the spirit world, her sister is Rebecca. So how clever is that? And so your mum helped me with that. Fun fact in case you didn't see it. So it's only like a little bit that it happened, but if you want to see, you watch the one from Monday. Um, let's see. Yeah, I thought that. Yeah. because she was making me feel it. I was like, yeah. And then, but so I'm just thinking, oh, that's right. But it was because Emma was trying to get me to say Rebecca to give more proof. So clever. Right, okay, so what have we got for me? Quite simply, what's a bit worse is what have we got for me? Me, not him. Me, my soul, just me. And I genuinely mean that. I'm not being wide. This is just for me. Me. My permission, me. Beauty. Oh, thanks. Cheers. I tried. Um, beauty. So, putting aside that this is me, they're telling me to shine my light and share my gifts full beam and not to hide any of my light that I may hold back. And I know what that means because I do that. I hold back my best ideas. Not yet. I'll do that later. Not yet. Oh, it's not the right timing. And it's like, if that fucking flew out the water and starting a collective channel, fuck that. We're just going to have to do the collective on here. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. Like, you know what I mean? It's, yeah. I'm going to go back to the drawing board and I'm going to. That's what the divinely time's about, is that's meant to be collective. And if it picks up in twin flames, it picks up in twin flames. It always ends up going to twin flames. So, but I'll keep trying to, tune into people that aren't twin flames, but I'm not, there's plenty of other people that do that. Um, can't force it, guys. It's what I'm here to do. And it's a way for them to prove that I'm not talking shit. That's why it always goes on about love. Blessings. Well, why is it reverse? We're not taking it reverse. When you shine your light, Claire, blessings come your way. I don't chase, I attract. Honoring your true feelings. Ah, yeah, totally. I love it. When I honor my true feelings and be seen properly, and do you know why I'm saying it like that, right? Because, to go into a bit, like to teach a wee bit of astrology stuff, it's because I have a Leo midheaven, which is actually like literally, it might even be right at this second. That's probably why I'm channeling it like this. I'm going to look in a minute, but I'm pretty sure, like right now, or it's just past it, the moon, the eclipse is right on top of my Leo midheaven. And the Leo midheaven is about being in the spotlight. It's about you're in the public eye, right? And you're meant to shine. Like you're meant to share your talents and gifts. And guess what comes with that? Like I wrote in the post today, people are going to be jealous. Whether you've got like 5 years or 500 years or 5,000 years, you're going to get people that are jealous because it is about getting attention. And provided you're good at what you do, it's not that hard to get attention. But notice that's not always what it sounds like because, all right, well, why haven't I got more people then? Well, it's because of a few things. Not everybody are true twin flames, and I don't want. It was like even a friend to me said today, "Do you want me to share your channel?" I was like, no. I don't want people that aren't. I don't want people that don't get it. I want people to find it naturally, even with the new things that they've put out. If you think you know people that are genuinely going to be interested in my stuff, whether it's twin flames or like say for instance if you know someone's really struggling, the journey's going to help. You can just say like, look, you're probably not going to be into all the other stuff, but how do I know? But how do you know? They might be and you don't know that deeper part of them. But send them the journey then. Just like I just done with some people in my life, just send them the journey to help them. But only if it feels, in alignment. Um, but yeah, but the reason why I'm always going to kind of, it's not hiding, but it's like my soul wants to hide. Like the reason I kind of negotiate with my doing the hand ones and it just doesn't feel like extra work to me is because I've got my Saturn in the first house and that wants to hide. Do you know what I mean? That's not about, wanting to be in the public. I thought that's a bit, it's like, look, everybody fuck off. I just want to like be myself in the Saturn and Scorpio and my Pluto and Scorpio right. I just want to walk on the beach and I just want to chill out and watch the films. I want to do this. So it's like, so I'm just stressing that for people that maybe don't understand the deeper aspects of astrology that yes, this comes like second nature in me. I can do it with my eyes closed. I do love doing it as well. But that is a very real part of me as well that I have to battle against. because some of you might have things like that going on too. Like, you know what I mean? It's quite interesting, but it's about, so just as I can, you know, dish out the guidance or whatever you want to call it, the channeling that comes through, whether it's collectively or personally, and personal sessions or on here. It's the same for me, you know what I mean? Like, I've got that part of me as well that's like, oh, I don't want to do it, but it's, you've got to push against that. It's your fear and it's ego, and it's Saturn's can be too serious, and it's like, you know, just come on, time now. And that's what I mean about, I am, look, grateful for the kick up the arse that very harsh things put in personally, but I'm sad for other people because it's set the bar far too high. If you weren't really gathering there, it's not fair. It's meant to put you off. Solitude. In silence, peace prevails, actually, yep. And finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of that, a lot of quiet time and messages. Look, there's an owl on her shoulder. That's like Athena. That is one of my guys. And surprise. Release your expectations and be open to surprise. Okay, that's me told. Absolutely, I will. Love it. What's that one? Speak your truth, St. Bernadette. Right, well, I don't think anyone can accuse me of not doing that. Freya, bold. It just keeps coming through. Unleash your adventurous side, take risks and be daring. I think that kind of is in line with what I was just saying there. Right. Okay, so what else? What did I put in the title? Yeah, so basically the South Node, like, you know, the solar eclipse, I don't know how much we really need to talk about that. I spoke about it all leading up to it, but right, Leo is drama, grab the popcorn. Like you said, it's about being seen, it's creativity, it's sexual energy, it's fun, it's inner child, it's things to do with children. Like you said, extremely fertile energy right now as well, because the eclipse is feminine, masculine, and like more so than like a normal kind of new moon or full moon kind of vibes, you know what I mean? It is special energy, uh, especially because today's the last heightened day of the Lionsgate portal energy that we're in as well. What else? Mercury in Leo is opposite Pluto, so that's dramatic, deep communication, deep, dramatic, passionate communication. It could be dramatic anger, you know, and like it gets straight to the point. It could be a bit cutting. Be careful with your words. You could really, you know, words have got the power to harm or heal, so be very mindful of that. And the other interesting one was, oh yeah, and then also with Pluto, I've put revealing all in the title. I couldn't fit it in, but Mars in Cancer is conjunct Ceres, so that is about like, you know how you care for people and make people feel comfortable. And again, like I've just went on about Cancer, Cancer is about caring and comfort and cozy and cuddles and cups of tea, or the shadow is like sadness, depression, sleepiness, you know, self-care I was connected to as well. But it's the if I could have fit more in the title, I would have put there's a real sort of energy of, oh, and actually that kind of fits to what I've just been saying to you, Becca. It's like you might feel an extra need to really like protect and care for your body, like, you know, like maybe even not be around too many people too, because like Cancer is like the crab and, you know, going into your hermit shell. So I mean, and your body is a temple. So I don't know. It's just that was. I just feel you might, because you think about it, that's actually what I said to a few people. There's that Emma advert again for the mattresses. Oh fuck, that's hilarious. Emma, you fucking had a whole live stream dedicated to you, hen. Just come back and talk to people when you've got a significant message. That's funny. This is another Emma. But um, yeah, it's yeah, I just feel like, you know, like mama bear, like protective lioness. It's like feeling the need to really keep, think about it. It's like you could be really protective over your own family right now, or your soul family, or like I'm very protective of this channel and like our channel. I never, you know, I don't never say my channel, but very rarely I say my channel. I always say our channel because I do. I'm just aware that like I wouldn't have been able to keep doing this if it wasn't for people watching and being a part of the community, and the funnest part is being in the chat and that, and it's I'm basically, I'm not going to be one of the people that lets those stupid requirements make me think, oh, what's the fucking point? No, I'm going to go in even harder and I'm going to get those hours. Like, even if I have to sit here for 6 hours every time I do a live, I will, because it's no bother to me. I do it easy. But I'll just need to start a bit earlier because I can't be like starting at like 8 and still be sitting. It's like, although shit, that's quite a good point. I might accidentally end up doing that tonight because whenever I do it, it usually is on a Leo new moon or a full moon where it's like really, really, really long. That's why I was considering like going into the story on this. But I'm not going to do that. It's only because it triggers that the longer you're on, it'll trigger the algorithm. It's like, you know what I mean? But it's like, but if I'm just coming off and going on, will some of you come back? Basically, will you come back if I jump off and come back on? But yeah, there's lots of other aspects going on probably, but those are the ones that have stuck out to me. So you can see there's the I don't know, there's a bit of a pick and mix going on. But again, the one that should go. Oh yeah, actually, a wee bit about the fact that it's a south node solar eclipse. So remember, the north node just moved into Aquarius, and the south node is in Leo, so it's at the 29 degrees, right? So, which will, I think that'll be where I live. I think that'll be at some point. I don't think it's late tonight. I think it'll be at some point in the morning tomorrow. So that's why this, it's a new moon, which is about new beginnings, but the south node is about letting go of the past. So that's why what I'm saying about, and then especially what I said with the Mercury opposite Pluto, there's a weird mix of purging endings, including what I was saying that you could be having bad memories coming up. And you're thinking, why am I thinking of this? Like, I've forgiven this, it was a long time ago, blah, 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 blah. But it could be coming up because it's coming up to be purged. Or it could be coming up because your twin flame could be like thinking of things from the past and like, how, whatever, like I wonder, I don't know, I mean, they could be feeling things like that. And but also it's about letting go of your fear. So, and letting go of hiding your gifts, I would say as well. And just going for it, being a bit out there and a bit crazy like Aquarius and just like, fuck it. I'm going to step out my comfort zone into the North Road in Aquarius. I'm just going to go for it. Now is the time. I know it's cheesy, but at the Leo new moon, it's a crime not to say things like shine your light, shine bright, don't let them irritate your demon. What's another one? Yeah, it's all things like that. It's just pure cheese. It's, but that's why I love it. That's Leo moon's my favorite because it's fun and it's happy and it's joy. As long as it's genuine joy, it's good. And again, I've told this story loads of times, but it always reminds me of when I was working in a school. Well, I wasn't working, it was free, but you know what I mean? I was a school counsellor on my placement, before they brutally ruined my life and kicked me out because of my additional needs, I believe they call it. But that they were ignoring. Anyway, moving on. So, but it's, yeah, like, anyway, I loved it there, and that they loved me there too. But they took away the funding, and that was terrible. But the point is, my project manager there was brilliant. She was, I don't know whether she was, I think she was Spanish. If she wasn't Spanish, I don't know. I think she was Spanish, but she had a specially person-centered counseling. It is very like, if you're not used to that, like you get called out and you bullshit. Like basically, if you don't like being called out and you bullshit, don't go to train as a counsellor and don't go to a genuine counsellor or don't go to a person centered because that's what happens, It's but I like that. I'd like to say there's not really, honestly, there's not too many people I've met in my life that can actually see through my bullshit, basically. Do you know what I mean? Like Scorpio rising, conjunct Pluto, we're able to hide a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because I know there's a lot of Scorpio risings out there. but I have met, I can think of one hand, and it's all, people that actually I've got a Scorpio rising to, or from if I've known their chart, if I've asked and it's like, or I've done their chart and I've saw. But the point of me saying this is, I remember, so I, oh, really? Can you? It's getting fucking thrown at me. Oh, it's you. I was going to say, are you sure it's not you because the light was on? Will we risk it again? Will I put it in? No, it's okay. She said it was her. It's all right. Like by the way, I would rather people do what Katie's done and then find out that even if it was you, it's quite funny. Let's see. Hello. You're looking for, I can see it in your eyes, and I don't know the rest of the words. Something like that, though, isn't it? It goes a bit sad. Anyway, can I believe you could hear me anyway, but can you hear me again now? Right, good, okay. So, but like I said, I was just saying, Katie, like, do just do that. It doesn't even matter if it turns out it was you. I normally tune in. I did think it was just you. I was actually just doing that to be polite, which I wouldn't usually do. I'd be like, no, it's you, but I did feel it was you. I thought, I'm going to do it anyway because the light was on. But you never know because, like I said, I charged all four of them by my bed, meet with me, my wee doggy pal, and so I know it was fully charged. Oh, for fuck's sake. Heather, don't you join in. Why can't you hear me? It is working. I'm not pulling out again. I've used this club together to fucking pull my leg. The light is on. It should be working. Can people just clarify? Can you hear me? Before I continue with the profound messages. But no, it is. It is a good story. Right. Well, that was you then. So something must have been going on in America. We're all right in this part of the world. It's you Americans. Something's happening over there. I can still hear this time. This is getting interesting. Yeah, they're trying to, but it is like no people sometimes maybe think I'm being paranoid. I'm not. Like they are because that did just happen on the shorts. Like I just filmed a week's worth, and I don't know how much of that because it's like what happened the last time. The mic died, and it shouldn't have because I charged it. But I think it was only the last one. But anyway, whatever. So, but the point is, my project manager at the time, like I said, it might sound like she's being a bitch, right? Like when I tell the story, but she wasn't. It actually was a really enlightening comment that I never forgot because it's actually one of my favourites, right? And what she said was, because I always think when I look over there, she said, "Have you ever seen Inside Out?" And I was like, "No," like because I hadn't, right? I've seen it now, I fucking love it. Um, and she was like, "Because you're really like the character Joy," and I was like, "All right, I think I've seen the adverts for it." I was like, "Oh, that thanks." Like she was like, "Well," she was like, "It is a compliment." She was like, "But what I mean is as well is that it's okay." What did she say? It wasn't really so much like it's okay not to be happy as well. And then I think I was a bit defensive because obviously I know I was like, well, I know that I'm fucking listening to people's heavy shit all the time, and I mean, you know what I mean. And it's but bear in mind this was I cannot believe that that was that long ago, but this was 10 years ago, like quite literally. Yeah, quite literally this year it was 10 years ago. So obviously I've grown and evolved a lot more, and like go through even more of an ego death. And ego death isn't always that you're a complete and utter fucking dick or a wanker before and now you're not. It can be a little bit like that. But I always think it does take the edge off, like before a proper ego death, you probably are more annoying than what you realise. Do you know what I mean? Like more defensive. And then when you go through a proper ego death, you just don't take things as seriously and you don't let things get to you. You don't let people get to you. Do you know what I mean? Because you've went through hell. You really couldn't go through it. You know what I mean? You don't care. Whereas, so I mean, so when she said to me, I didn't really know, right? Because I haven't seen the film. But then when I watched the film, um, but I think I had a feeling even before I watched it. I'm just trying to think, or maybe I had seen it. Maybe I had seen. I don't know, like because it was that long ago now. Maybe I had seen it and got what she meant. But I'm kind of feeling like I hadn't. But whatever one it is, that's weird now. That's because it's getting that long ago. I can't remember. But whatever it was, like it was like when so say I had saw it and I hadn't seen it, but I think I hadn't seen it. When I properly watched it, I really got what she meant because it is quite deep. You know how that if you haven't seen Inside Out, it's like how the little she's called Joy because she's the one that's facilitating the things in the girl's brain that's about joy. But it's like she's like, it's okay, everything's all right. We can just fix this memory, and then that'll make her be happy again, or remind her of that time she got this. That Riley got this, and she'll be happy. And it's like she's just trying. Just it's okay, it's everything's all right. She's happy, she's happy. And then it's like it's quite an emotional scene where she like breaks down, she's crying, and she's kind of like, it's not all right. And then it's actually like the wee sadness character that has to like comfort her, and that's what she needs. And it's like, so as it turned out, when that woman got to know me a little bit better, I think she actually kind of acknowledged, like, oh, actually, no, you actually are like both. You're like I met, like you can, and I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean, because I can't, but I don't think she, you know what I mean. She was right at the time. It's like I knew what she was saying. It was um, like I do just prefer if I'm like really really sad or really really down, like I do prefer to heal myself, like what a dog would do or a wolf. Like I'm going to go in, like wait, and then like I like to go to people for support once I'm a wee bit stronger, like or feel like, for instance, like it's not a coincidence I text one of my closest pals today because I was feeling I'm a bit happier and my energy's better, whereas the last few months, like I didn't have any space for anybody else's stuff. Do you know what I mean? So it's like and that's been a real life lesson for me to learn. Like, don't overextend yourself to people to kind of like, it's not people pleasing, but like feel like you have to be like in this happy, joyful place when you're just not. Or you might be happy enough, but you've just got no fucking energy. Like it's taking you all your energy to do whatever you're doing. So yeah, again, that's what I meant about Mercury and Leo opposite Pluto. It is reminding me of that like I feel the message for everyone else is as well from that is, are you really happy? But again, I don't want to be one of those people that I can't honestly. I can't stand people like that. When you get people, it's like you aren't actually happy, and you say something you're happy, and they're like, "Are you really happy?" And you actually are, and it's like they're not, and they're trying to make you unhappy. Don't get me wrong, I haven't had nobody's done that to me in years, but I do remember the times it's happened, and it's like, uh, yeah, but I can feel you projecting the fuck right now, and I want to get out of here. Do you know what I mean? It's horrible because that's kind of toxic when people do that. It's a bit of a head fuck. It's like, whereas like with me, I actually just say if I'm not happy, whether for right or for wrong, you know what I mean? It's like people will know. Well, again, you will and you won't. That's what I mean. I talk in riddles. It's like if I don't want people to know, I won't let them know. But it's most of the time I can't hide it. Yeah, yeah, I can't lie. I can't end the end of the sentence. I can't. No, I can. See, I can't end it. I can't lie. I can't hide it. I can completely and utterly hide it when I'm not doing well. But I mean, now you're going to be like, am I telling the truth or not? I am actually feeling really great. Like, this is the best I've felt in months, and I'm telling the cross my heart and hope to die. Don't like that saying, and I nearly did it, but you know what I mean? It's like, but but yeah, I don't know. Take that. Maybe someone just needs to watch Inside Out. Like, I think the message there, it's okay if you are sad. Like, you might just need to be sad today, and then you'll be a lot happier tomorrow. Or maybe it might take you a bit longer. Maybe it might take you a few weeks. Like I said, like I wouldn't say I was unhappy. Like the whole what? So I took from like mid-May off until, well, when I say I took it off, the shorts were still going out, and then I got back to the proper recording of it, minus when I stopped twice to do a load of shorts. Like I can't remember if it was. I think it feels like it was end of June, but maybe it was even mid June. But you know what I mean? It feels to me like it took, the whole sort of couple of months I had to sort of regain my energy. Yeah, I didn't really feel like it didn't feel like much of that wasn't a holiday I was having. Do you know what I mean? It was like I didn't feel good. Um, and it was pretty shit. And and the thing is, like, I'm glad that I'm not feeling like that anymore. But Chiron's coming for me again pretty soon. Chiron- Chiron's about to retrograde and go right back on my sun. So, highly inconvenient when they've just put in that new thing on it. So again, although I'm saying this really empowered about the YouTube thing, you'll know when Chiron's back in Aries, and I'm like, oh fuck this. Nobody's fucking liking the videos. Nobody's fucking coming in. There's only fucking 4 views. I'm like, fuck this. You know. So if I start speaking like that, you're like, oh, Chiron's in Aries. She doesn't even need to tell us. I don't even need to check. Nah, I'm only joking. I think I'll be all right. I think I'll go in it empowered mode. I think hopefully that was the kind of shitty bit of it. And now I'm going to be like, I'm going to rise like a warrior now. Doesn't always need to be the wounded healer. It can be like, you've healed enough to be like, this is shit, but I'm going to get through it. And I'm going to have fun while I'm getting through it. Because everybody knew this year was going to be hard. Um, Usually I get a feeling if it's near you, and I couldn't decide which way to check first, clearly. Yeah, I've had that where they project, yeah, it's because you're a Scorpio. It's, again, it's because you're a Scorpio and it's because I've got Scorpio rising. But as I say all the time, because of my Pluto and Scorpio as well, where it is in the 12th house, it's so annoying because I just attract people that just manipulate left, right, and fucking center. Like, and they think I don't see it and it's embarrassing. Like, it's just, yeah. Um, but hey ho. Right, June is when you could tell you think, yeah. Nah, not even June though, Heather. I think I've not felt it's July. Like, so if it looked like I felt better in June, then I just must I don't know. I still didn't feel too good in June if I'm honest. It was for me it was July. Like, and really I feel like I've only started, yeah, it's you know what it is? It was Pretty Women that done it. Because I was looking forward to it. Pretty Woman and a hug from my best friend heals me. That's because, and I'm not even kidding, because like when was that? My birthday 3 years ago. Yeah, actually, was that my 40th? Yeah, that's what I done for my 40th. I went through to stay my best pal, and she's got kids and a husband and stuff, but I think he took them away to London for the weekend or something. And so we were having jammies and watching chick flicks, one of them being Pretty Women, which I think is will be where she got the idea to get that outside thing. And I loved that. And she took me for an Italian as well, and that's my favourite. And it was just that was perfect. You know what I mean? That's the kind of person I am. Like, uh, yeah. So that's why I'm just kind of like, I'm always excited to hear or whatever I'm doing. But when you mix that in with dancing, it's not even the drinking. I don't care about the drinking. I will drink like it. It's not that I'm excited about. It's just dancing. I love dancing. Um, I'm in the mood for dancing romance. So assertiveness. Stand up for your beliefs and only say yes if you really want to. That's kind of like what I was saying there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, is anyone else like that? Like, if it's not a fuck yes, a fuck no. Like, that's what I'm like because I'm in the human design. I'm a generator with sacral authority. So I got to listen to my sacral. What the fuck was that? Got to listen to my sacral chakra. What was that? Why did it? I don't know. It felt like a crystal fell or something. Booth. Wedding. Oh my god. Sorry. What is this about? So, oh my god. This is absolute banter. Right. Look at this. Oh, these cards are cracking me up. Look at this, right? Someone's impatient. So, I mean, I think this might be like someone might, maybe like some of the divine are like, look, move. I'm standing here alone. Like, why is this bride on her own? Like, move, it's time for union. How else am I meant to read that? Move, it's time for union. Move, wedding. That's hilarious. Like, where's her husband? Where's her felly? She's standing on her own. I say the same time. I say the same thing every time I pull that card, but that's what it says to me. She's like, I'm going to marry myself. I'm in union with myself. Marriage is the union of two souls joined in love, mutual respect, and commitment. It signifies a desire to deepen love over time. Your wedding day is a testament to your well founded faith in love's power. Continually breathe life into that faith and love, dearest one, and that will move the energy. Or it is move, it's time for union. It doesn't need to be move, it's time to get married, but it's like it is a woman standing. She's like, where the fuck's my husband? Has anybody seen him? Like this is how this story was meant to go. Raising your standards. Yes, this isn't good enough. Sorry, this isn't good enough. It's not good enough. Kick up your heels. Yes, move it. Shall we shuffle again and see what else I have to say? Quite entertaining. The time warp's on. Let's do the time warp again. Everything's okay. How do you know that, lady? How do you know that? You look kind of vacant. You don't look like everything's okay in your world. Don't worry, it's all working out in a beautiful way. So, your union is working out in a beautiful way. But look, she does kind of look like, don't worry, everything's okay. Everything's just burning down around me. Everything's fine. She does, doesn't she? She's like, everything's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. In silence, peace prevails. Oh dear. Don't mind me. It's always some fun doing this. Right. What else do we need to know? And then I better get started because I'm going to be here till 1 in the morning anyway. So it takes me 2 hours to do the thing. Let's do the time warp again. It's just a step to the right. Everyone know that one? Put your hands on your hips. Yeah, love. Love is coming. And it's going to be worth waiting for. It's getting juicy. Your patience will be rewarded. Love is worth waiting for. Oh, it's not just any type of love, it's rose. Look, lineage of the rose, Mary Magdalene, divine love. Oh, God, oh, fuck, I went on the floor. Express your individuality. Allow your true self to shine because you're awesome. Can't stand that word. You're amazing. I'm not saying awesome. You're awesome. You're awesome. I fucking hate that word. Yeah. Hate the word hate too, but really, you're awesome. Stellar gateway. Voice activation, angelic attunement, divine support. Love from your parents. No matter what, your mother and father love you as much as they can. And I'm aware for some of you, you might be like, oh my God, well, really? That wasn't really very much at all. But and it's for some of you, it's like you've had better experiences, but it's this can also just be a card about limiting beliefs. Like even if people have really tried, um, you know what I mean? We pick up limiting beliefs by clearing your chakras. You open yourself up to profound wisdom. Chakra clearing. Marriage. Fuck's sake! Look at this. Right. Okay. We're gonna pull it. We're gonna pull both of it. Look. St. Catherine of Alexandria. Marriage. So any cards about marriage, it's about union. Let go. Let go, and that's when the union comes in. Fixate, and you push it away even further. Look, there's a wee girl talking to the bird. That's you, Katie. That's you talking to the wee bird. As you surrender the need to control, your relaxed energy rapidly attracts your desires. Oh, actually, yeah, let's. A minute. To be fair, I checked headphones first, then the whole video. You've done the full round. Right, I think we'll maybe just go with one word. But actually, let's do some of these because there's so much sexual energy. What have we got from this set? Oh, interesting. I guess I should mention Katie is short for cat. Yes, I know that. Yes, and Alexandria is to do with Egypt and everything, isn't it? So this says temptation, and it's a man torn between quite a quite an interesting picture actually, because it's a man torn between a pregnant woman and a ho ho ho, quite literally. So it's quite funny that I was talking about pretty women there. So when we tear away the dramaticness of the card, but that is very Leo, a man could have been torn between two women. But this could also be like that thing I've spoken about loads of times over the years about there's such a thing called the Madonna complex, where oh, you're better going looking at one of the guys that's broke down what that is. There's women too, but find a man because I think the men there's a man. Oh, God, I mean, I've probably saved it on a playlist somewhere, but anyway, God knows where that is. But I mean, I'm sure if you put it in, you might be able to find. But it's like that, like oh, the wife is like the pure and kind of innocent, and that kind of energy, and then and then you've got the lust and the desire for like the kind of raunchy kind of sexy women. And it's something about psychologically, like not a lot of men are able to merge the two. Like, which seems like a massive epidemic, whatever that word is, a problem. That seems like a massive problem. It's that seems like a massive problem to me because one of the problems that I could see with that is a lot of people are gonna have really shit sex lives if like it's just all innocent and pure and just desiring and lusting after what you find sexy and desiring. It's like surely it would have made more sense to marry the person that you could, but it's a mixture of both. But yeah, it's something about men are not really able to do that. And it's not totally across the board, by the way. It's just a thing though. It's quite, and I do think it is quite a real thing. But again, once again, I'm not a man, so men out there, it might be something for you to ponder whether that resonates and whether that is actually true. And again, I feel when you integrate your shadow properly, you can work out that that is indeed bullshit. And you may be settling for and being brainwashed into a kind of warped society that quite a lot of people are, basically. But yeah, look for yourself. See, that could just be a man's consciousness, like kind of like, do I go for the kind of lusty kind of women, or do I go for the kind of, oh, hello, dear. Oh, yes, I'm just knocked up and I'm just going to get your tea on the table and we're just never going to have sex apart from the time we have sex to have a baby. And, it's, do you know what I mean? That's kind of, that's what I'm getting temptation. You know what I mean? Why? Why is it like that? And Libra moon, so it's a Libra moon. Um, this weekend actually, because the Libra moon is the last live stream I'm doing of all the signs is Libra, and I'm planning on doing that on Sunday. So I'm having a break tomorrow. Friday we're doing Virgo, and then Saturday I'll have a break, and then I'll do don't would not be my first choice at all to do a Saturday or a Sunday, but I have to because of where it lands in my chart. Um, because yeah, it's just next level intensity for me when the moon's in Scorpio and when the moon's in that bit of Libra. There's no way. I never sit on lives in that energy. So let's see. But although we're finished the signs, I will be back on the. I'll probably yeah. So there's no mediumship Monday. This coming Monday. Like no, just no. Um, but I'll be back on the Tuesday or the Wednesday. I don't know what day it is. and we'll do a sexy Scorpio moon reading. I don't know, transmuting pain, or we'll just see something, something Scorpio moonish. Oh, it's that one where the man is like, I'm going to kiss your feet while you're in the bath. And she's like, yeah, that's fine. I'm just, I, I don't think I should channel these cards because I don't think I should channel whatever she's doing. Let's just, shall we just move on to the stuff? I think we should just move on. As entertaining as this might be. But yes, I'm just going to hide her nipples. But see what I mean? She's having a wee bath and he's like, I'm just going to rub your feet. So, what's the words? Attraction. Sun. Yes. So the sun is the masculine energy. So that's kind of given the energy of, is there anything I can do for you? Do you know what I mean? It's like the masculine stepping into action, masculine energy, rather than the feminine pouring out all her love and energy and everything she has to the masculine. It's like, what can I do for you? And apparently she said, you can kiss my feet at the bottom of the bath. And while you're at it, you can give me a dairy milk and a cup of tea. That's what it looks like. That's the tame. That's the PG version. Really, I could channel that card in a way different way, but I think that would I think that would have to be on a Patreon or something. Um, I could. I don't think I could. Um. Oh! Here we go with the jealous exes. So freedom. It's funny that it's called freedom though. So we've got the Uranus symbol, and we've got a man that's like, fuck this. He's got his bag and he's already getting in the carriage, aka at this day age it'd be a car, and she's cutting a picture of him, and it's either him and her or him and someone else. I think it's maybe him and someone else. So this could be someone that is going to someone else, and the jealous person knows where they're going, so they're doing some witchcraft and things like that. And then there's that picture in the bottom again. So very real dramatic. And yep, and then we've got another karmic card. We've got 31 surrendering, Saturn, another woman crying, another man with a bag. Fuck this, I'm leaving. So I always say this about these cards. So these are the karmic cards because I always I've always felt these are like the karmic partner cards. Like it's like somebody's had enough and they're leaving because eclipses are about breakups. They just are. Breakups, shake-ups, and makeups where there's meant to be, new beginnings. Interesting. Oh, look what I just said. Jealousy. Holy fuck, this says. I'm not shitting you. It actually says jealousy. Pluto. And what's Mercury opposite? Pluto. The woman sitting eating ice cream, seething, and there's the shadow of the couple. So, maybe some nasty arguments going on out there in this eclipse about if there's people not happy about being broken up with. And again, I'm not going to say everyone's been on the receiving end of that at some point, because maybe you haven't. But tough shit, you know what I mean? It's like you can't force people to stay if they don't want to stay. And some people, not enough people say that. Whether it's twin flames or not. So it's 11:11, make a wish. Right, let's pull a wee romantic card. And then wait a minute, actually, let's get some of these to go with that. I'm not good at communicating my feelings with you. I'm trying to trust in divine timing. But you see, that makes sense if all of that's going on. So again, this isn't for everyone, but there's obviously, because I'm a twin flame divine channel, YouTube channel, but I mean the divine channel part, it's even if there's just a few people that need to hear this, there's people going through intense breakups or divorces, but I mean if that's not divorce, if someone's only just leaving the house now, but it's whatever it might signify. or be symbolic of. Someone's trusting in divine timing because all that. And look, I can picture a life with you, but the words actually make sense of the pictures. Like somebody, wait a minute, actually, I feel like these would be better. Look, I've never felt a love like this before. And it feels like it connects back to. I'm just going to use the one. It feels like it connects back to the one from today. That the one with the union of hearts. Like it said something about unprecedented. You know what I mean. It's like something only you and the person understand, and other people might not understand it. So you could have a lot of pushback from other people being like, "Oh, that's terrible. Have you seen such and such? If I such and such because of such and such." People are always going to gossip. If you live your life by that, then you're going to live your life for other people your whole fucking life. So for anybody that's doing that, like you need to get a clue there. Sorry to be blunt, but you know what I mean. It's like you're never going to be happy if you try to wait until that's not going to be a thing. That's always going to be a thing. Anyway, let's get a romantic card, and then I'm going to go on to the fifth house. I'm just wondering now. Look at the pile that I got for tons, but it was like it's too many actually. There's like fucking hundreds of cards. I'll just have to read them very, very quickly. But yeah, I think it's for the next one. But maybe these are for this one. Oh, it is, yeah. Secrets. Oh, that's why I titled it. Secrets revealed, treasures uncovered, initiations, halls of Amenti. Oh, I forgot that. Oh, I totally forgot that. Jealousy, envy, sabotage, third party, mind games, interference, backstabbing, anger. Right. So again, Mercury opposite Pluto can bring about all of that. The Sun to do with the Sun rules Leo, the Leo eclipse. Your immortal spirit, purpose, destiny is involved. But also, so I had a thing again. I have to get cryptic, but I had a synchronicity earlier, right? And I've had many things like this over the years, right? Whether it's to do with love or whether it's to do with other things where the cards are giving me messages where I wasn't even asking, but like messages for myself to confirm something. And that happened today. Hi, Michael. That happened. And hello, Marie. That happened today. Like I wasn't even asking anything. Like I was just, I'm just trying to think. I was trying to find cards through there for this tonight. And there was one card that I found that I knew instantly, like it triggered, like I knew what they were talking about. And then the next card I found, and then the next one, and again, I'm just gonna have to say it was it was mind blowing. Like they literally like spelled it out for me, and it's good because it's something that I know. But we can all gaslight ourselves about things to be like, oh, you've been parrot or this kind. But it was like it was insane. Like it was really insane. Like how yeah. But like I said, that was just for me. So um, I don't know what the point in telling you that was, but it's just that that just reminded me of that it's pay attention. You know what I mean? Like pay attention to where you're getting the signs and synchronicities because it's just like whoa, and it's just like I wish I could in a way because it was even like it was so crazy how it was even like so say right what I could say is say it was like it was involving like I suppose it's kind of a memory but it's kind of like yeah it's a feeling but then it like even like the specific cards that I found were like confirming things through like star signs and everything. It was mental. Like and like I said, I wasn't juggling the card. It was like the combination of cards I found, and I was like, it was just insane. Right, okay, but cool. Um, so hello, gorgeous. This couldn't be more my vibe today. I have so much Leo in my chart. I'm like on full go, 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 go. Oh yes, absolutely, yes. Happy eclipse. This is your moon, isn't it? Um, Right. What have we got? A romantic card, and then I'm actually just going to end this after I read this, but then I'm going to come back again for the other one. So please come back if you've not got anything better to do, but or watch it on replay at least. Oh, this one. I can't remember exactly what this one's about, but I wouldn't be surprised if one of these talks about union. Oh yeah, and the other thing, am I meant to do that in the next one? Right, I think I'm meant to do that in the next one, so I'll do that in the next one. The spaces between worlds, that's very Eclipse hallway energy. The space between worlds. That's what I meant by from now until that eclipse at the end of the month. It could feel like that's why I call it the eclipse hallway. I prefer that. I think people are always saying corridor and stuff, but it's like maybe did I say corridor? I say hallway. I think I always say hallway, but I've done it for years. Like I always do the emojis with the doors and stuff. But it's like we are in an interesting kind of, although the the Lionsgate portal. So it's like what I've been saying about all the episodes. Like there is an extra special opportunity, I would say, with today, which there's only 40 minutes left if you live in the UK. But it's kind of like, but not really because it's going into more, but it's kind of like it's the most heightened energy of it, but we're still in a portal of sorts with the eclipse energy. And leading up to that Pisces lunar eclipse, that's where really, really big endings will come about because Pisces is endings. It could be a bit of an interesting time. But yeah, the space between worlds, and then what's on the bottom? Within nothing, there is everything. And it's got a 2 in it. So the High Priestess, secrets being revealed. The 2nd is already passed, so it could be the 2nd September or the 24th of August could be significant. So that would be the start, well, just into the start of Virgo season, and that would be Monday, I believe. Right, so let's read the first one, 24. I just opened the page of it. She offers the sacred wine, so drink. I'm going to read the wee thing. O wine giver of enlightened hearts, offer me the wine of your kindness, for this is the reason you have brought me here, from the desert of oblivion. O beautiful wine giver, pour me the wine that gives me insight. Offer me the wine from the sea of love and fill my heart with pearls. Pour it into my heart until I shred the veil and go beyond reason. My spirit is consumed by judgment and my life is reduced by thoughts. Pour that precious wine over the frozen cries of skeptics until their words become warm and their nays become yes. Their nays become yes. That's like an old fashioned version of this. It's not a fuck yeah, it's a fuck no. Roomy. So these are the roomy cards. So, the other thing actually, I just realised, right? So the episode that I've was kind of zoning out of there that I'm going to watch. Well, not tonight because I'll finish too late, but tomorrow is it's interesting because Robin Hood, I said this before, like Robin Hood, and I keep being drawn to the word commitment because here's another one, commitment. The awakened heart is like a lantern. Keep it sheltered from the turbulence of the winds of desire. But basically, yeah, I'd said on the last time, right, that it was like, so Robin Hood has fallen in love with the evil queen, right? Just stay with me on this. Who's reformed character, but then Emma brings his dead wife back to life by mistake because she goes back to the past and she saves her from being executed. So it's a bit of a problem for the evil queen who's just fallen in love and she's all happy dappy, happy clapping stuff. So oh my god, that's so funny. Justified and Ancient just came on when I'm saying this, as I just mentioned past lives. I don't really know that song, but it's Egyptian kind of vibe. But yeah, what was quite interesting was, so if you kind of stay with this, because I know Evil Queen and all that, but just forget the fact she's Evil Queen. What's interesting is that card with 2 women. The only way that they can wait, like, and so anyway, she comes back from the dead, right, as you do, and then and it's not back from the dead, it's because they changed her fate, right? So, but then somebody puts a freezing spell in her, like a frozen spell, so she actually is frozen, right? And it's only a kiss, a true love's kiss, that can take her out of the spell. So, very awkward moment is when Robin Hood goes to kiss his wife, she doesn't unfreeze, and I knew right away it's because he's in love with the evil queen. So, normally when we're talking about evil queens, we would make that the karmic partner. But in this context, I think that could be quite an analogy for perhaps in some twin flame dynamics, not perhaps, it will definitely have happened in a lot of twin flame. The divine feminine could have been made out to be like the bad one or the evil one or the one that's like the homewrecker or something like that. And when it's when that happens, it's actually always the other way around. But like in its illusion, and either everyone can't see, including the masculine, or some people can't see it, all that kind of shit. But yeah, I just find it quite interesting because then it's like it gets to a point where he like so I knew that like when she doesn't wake up from the kiss, it's because he's still in love with Regina. But he just says, oh, it's just not working because the spell's too strong. But then he goes to her secretly and he's like, it's the spell didn't work because I'm in love with you. Um, and then she's like, well, why are you telling me this? Because you're not going to do anything about it. Because because it's in those days. It's like I've made a vow. It's my wife and everything. So, but you just find the yes, I just said that bit. Yeah, so he just goes to the Regina, we'll call her, not Evil Queen, right? And she's like, what are you doing here? Like I told you to stay away from me. If we've got any chance of like, her waking up from the spell, you have to fall in love with her, you have to stay away from me. Now that's all very well. You can't just tell somebody. By the way, that just flipped to like 83 to 14 to 7. I mean, whatever. We'll see how many people are watching after if it even tells you the truth. But um yeah, he's like, she's like, what are you doing here? And he said, honestly, I don't know. My mind was in the forest, but my heart took me here. And what that reminded me of, it's like the Kundalini energy, like that. I've spoken about this before, but that is what happens. It takes over, like the desire takes over. And I did channel that in the shorts there too. It's like, because sexuality came out after all these songs were coming on in my Spotify and all this, and that's what Leo is. It's the fifth house. It is sex. It's desire, and it's the Mercury opposite Pluto as well, that's communication, and Pluto's Pluto. And it's a lot of things. It's obsession, it's sex, it's pain if you're in agony, being away from someone you're longing after and stuff. But it's kind of like, and then the pain came in it because she basically replied, hearing about your conflicted heart is torture. Because it would be. Do you know what I mean? If you want to be with someone and they're sort of going on about like, oh my god, but I love you and I want to be with you, but it's like, well, fucking make your mind up. You know what I mean? And so that there is something with that, So it's either it's like an argument that someone's having in their head about what's the right thing to do, or it's like been a natural thing that's happened. So you can, if that resonates at all, you can take it. Um, but yeah, with all these jealousy cards and that, I do feel a lot of the jealousy actually, because I'm more than certain that will actually come out in the one about the live I'm about to do after this. I actually feel the jealousy is, yes, it can be from exes and stuff like that, but I actually feel the jealousy is from like peer groups, like friends and stuff like that. Um, but we'll see. Just the synchronicities I've had. Um, but anyway, so 24. But did I finish what I was saying? Yeah, so like the fact that he's just been left her and he's saying, I don't know why I'm here. That can happen with twin flames. Like it's like the person like they're actually cool to you. They might not actually really logically understand why. And it's that energy. Um but then of course in this modern day and age you could just put it down and like, oh, you know what I mean, whatever, but it's that can happen. Right. Because it's like you've got to control it. You know what I mean? You got to. It's powerful energy. Well, try and control it. Right. So because if so, I truly believe like if someone's going through like a twin flame Kundalini awakening, and you like say you're going through that and intense and you try to have sex with somebody else that isn't your twin flame, a lot of weird shit could happen. Like I just don't think. Yeah. It's in a lot of cases it's like things will happen that you can't actually do that. You can't get to I don't know. I don't know who that's gonna make, but it's yeah, complicated. So The space. Oh, wait a minute, have I picked up the wrong book? Is this the? Oh, fuck off, man. That's hilarious. Well, you know what? We're not reading it from the book because it's the wrong. That's hilarious. I've got the Journey of Love deck with the Rumi Oracle, but confusingly the quote was Rumi. Well, that's it. Just we're left in the cryptic dark because I don't know where that's about. Within nothing, there is everything. Yeah. Let's get on to the next one because it takes ages. So we're just going to end this here and then we'll see what comes up in the next one. So who's coming to join me on the next one so that I'm not here alone? I'll be okay if you're not. I'll just bash through. It's 11:30 now, so if I could be off by 1:30 or 2, basically we've already established if I'm here longer than that, it's actually better for the algorithm. But I don't think the mic would last that long. But I'll take the mic out. Let go of the past. That's exactly what this eclipse is about. Clear energy to allow more love into your life. I will. Good. At least someone is. Bonding. As you get to know each other, you discover many things in common. So yeah, for those of you that are a bit closer to some type of physical union, oh my God, look, for once, people are actually clothed. That's usually what they're like. Like they're wearing their clothes. Cleared energy to allow, like when you clear the energy of the past, like past, you know, bad experiences in love, or well, it's just going to be that, however long ago or recent. It's like when you bond with the right person, you're going to see why everything's led you to this moment. Your best friend, like that's what I always say. I don't understand why that's not what everyone would want. If you're going to actually spend the rest of your life with someone, surely you would want to be somebody that you're really attracted to, that's also your best friend, that, you know, you don't get sick of them. Or, you know, you will get sick of each other at some points, but it's like, who would be the person in the world that you would get, you know, the least sick of? Yeah, I choose you. You know what I mean? That wasn't very romantic the way I said it. But friendship is a vital to your romance, feelings deepen and blossom. And so I could see there might be a whole collective of people that haven't done that. Like you might have picked partners based on looks and sex, and then it's quickly went roll like a lead balloon. Um, the relationship I meant, but fuck, that could have been an analogy for other things. Whereas when you actually bond with someone and you become that close, like you trust them like a best friend, the attraction level goes through the roof because you just, you know what I mean? You're just like, you've built up all this trust and safety, and it's going to not affect the rest in a good way. Rendezvous, a private getaway for two is calling you. Yeah, so you want to get away for a private getaway for two, away from all the nasty fucks that have tried to keep you apart. Um, Makes sense to me. Quality time. Let be the witness to each other's lives. Quality time, yeah. So people, if you've not spent quality time with your person, you know, be prepared that some want to come back for rendezvous because this is your true love, lasting love. Lovely. Right, okay. We're done there with that. So, right, okay, we've got 3 people. That'll do me and anyone else that wants to join. So I'm just going to end this right here and then I'm going to be back right away after I copy and paste the title. So, and I like that because it's right on the 1/2 past. So, and actually, I'll just take this out, just put the plug in. So, yeah, right. See you in a minute. Oh, what am I doing? There it is.